Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video we have a full face of drugstore makeup. So I have a bunch of makeup from Beauty, Bay, Boots as well as Superdrug. So just a variety, actually B&M. So just a variety of products to combine a full face. So let's go ahead, clip my hair back and we'll get started. First things first, we're going to go ahead and use the primer. So this is, like I said, the W7, it's Glow Prime and it is a radiant primer. So I'm going to prime my face first just to let that sit on the face. So this one, they're definitely not vegan. So I've seen that there is beeswax in this, which I'm not sure how that fits into a primer. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and try it out anyway. And I'm just going to use one pump because out of curiosity, I did just try some the other day, yesterday, and I just like rubbed it on my hand. It smells like watermelon, which is strange, I'd say, and I'm guessing they want to copy a Glow recipe with their watermelon drops. So the smell is quite strong, like artificial watermelon. It doesn't smell terrible, I wouldn't say, but it's quite out of place and it's really sweet. Like I said, I'm all for obviously affordable products. That's the whole point of my channel, but I'd rather not buy something that is not guaranteed to be good. It looked interesting, so I thought I'd try it out, and I didn't put a lot on my face, but you can already see that it has a very, very luminous look. It does have, like, I'm not sure if you can see, but like microfine glitters, but it doesn't look terrible. I think it looks quite nice actually. So next we're going to move on to eyebrows, and if you saw my whole video you would have seen this, and it is the Gosh Brow Shape and Fill. So I showed this on there, and it has on one side just like a teardrop shaped pencil, and then on the other side I think it's supposed to be like a brow powder, but it's a very, very dry. I don't know if you can see this product on there, but we'll try it. Just like, I don't know, I don't get it. I'm not sure how it works, but I'm just going to see if we get any color off that. Yeah, actually, if you're just like had some sparse spaces and just wanted to fill it in, that worked. Look, you can barely see the eyebrow, and this one's got slightly more color to it. So let's try it on this side. I don't know about that product. I'm gonna go ahead and just use the brow pencil part just to fill in my brows. These are usually quite difficult to like draw hair-like strokes, so I'm gonna try my best to make it look as natural as possible. I've already put some brow gel in just to give me some like definition and shape to my brows, but very, very blockish. No, I don't like that. I would definitely not recommend. Skip this at all costs. So next I'm going to actually do my eyeshadow because I have a very bright palette. So this is the palette that I bought. It did come with a huge 42 pan from Beauty Bay, and they had a deal for like £19 for the big 42 pan, and then this one is a 16 pan, so it was the two of them together. This one looks like that, so very, very pretty, very colorful, has a mix of mattes and shimmers. And today I think I'm going to use like the green, blues and yellows. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids, and I'm just going to use the Makeup Revolution Super Base because it is white and the colors show up much nicer with a blank canvas underneath. So I'm going to start with a very like a dense fluffy brush. I did get some brushes from Amazon. It's called like Bestowed, and I really do like them, but I'm going to start with like this very dark green here. These palettes do have a lot of kickback. I know a lot of people don't enjoy that, but I personally don't mind, like especially if I'm doing my eyes first. And then I'm going to take this and just start pushing it into the outer corner like that. Let me zoom you guys slightly in so you can see what's going on. Next, I'm going to take this blue color over here, and I'm going to blend out the edges of the green with that. And I just grabbed a slightly smaller, or much smaller blending brush, and I don't know if you noticed, but I'm just tapping all the colors in and trying to blend it out like that, because if you swipe too much with this, it tends to go quite patchy, so you just need to know how to use the product. I'm just going to tap this on the edges of the green like that. So those two colors actually go together really nicely. Now I'm just going to slightly start blending it just to soften it up. So next, I'm going to take another quite dense brush. I think we're gonna go in with the yellow now. So this one over here, what is the, it's called Hello Sunshine, how cute. So I'm going to grab that and I'm going to start packing it on, just continuing from the green. And again, I'm just patting that on. We can always clean it up after. I think that looks pretty good. The quality of the shadows, like I said, the blendability isn't great, but if you pack on the shadows and don't blend too much, it comes out quite nice. Generally speaking, like the Beauty Bay palettes, everybody loves them, and I'm not saying they're bad, but like I said, you have to learn to work with them. They don't work with you. So it's one of those where you just kind of have to weigh up your options. The formula is different from shadow to shadow, I'd say, and I feel like the palettes are slightly overpriced for that. But would I recommend these? Of course. Like, if you want all these colors and want to do something a little bit more creative, it's really, really nice. Like, I've enjoyed playing with these, especially because I'm a beginner myself to makeup. Like, everything I've learned, I've either learned from YouTube or from Instagram or Pinterest I've gotten ideas from. So I'm still very, very new to makeup. So if I can create these things, you can create it too. It's just, this is a great option for a beginner just trying to get into colors and experimenting with different shapes and designs. So I would 100% recommend this for a beginner. So next we're going to go in with the shimmers, and I'm actually going to use, well, let's start off with this like yellowy green color over here, and it's called Rise and Shine. Sorry for blocking my face, I'm zoomed in so much. So I'm going to pick that up on a dense packing brush. We're going to start this one in the inner corner. The color like kind of reminds me of like an unripe pineapple. Flipping the brush, I'm going to go into this green shade over here, and it's called Frosted Lime, and that I'm just going to pack next to, oh, that's really nice, next to the yellow, but blending it in. But that looks absolutely gorgeous, and this is without any setting spray, so I think it looks really nice. Then I'm just going to take my brush cleaning thing, I don't know what it's called, and I'm just going to clean off my brush. And then we're gonna go ahead and use this shade over here right on the edge of the eye, and it's called Lagoon. It's so pretty and it picks up really well on the brush, and this we're just going to fade in from there and then into the darker shades like that. I'm just actually going to spray my brush so we can see the difference. I'm just using an old setting spray. We have a new one today, but this is part of my project pan and I really want to just use it. So after spritzing it, I'm just going to lay it on the eye again, and you can see the difference. It's much more foiled. So this look really reminds me of like a tropical island, but I'm just going to complete the other eye off camera and then we'll come back and we will move on. So next we'll move on to the eyeliner. So the eyeliner I got again was from Gosh, if you saw in my other video, and it is 01 Black Intense Eyeliner Pen. It is a felt tip liner, and I've come to realize I actually hate them because they just dry up really fast. But we're just going to use this to create a wing, starting with my bad eye. So that is the one I've done. Not the easiest liner to work with. It is quite dry and it like gets stuck, so not the best, but this was also £3. But once again, like I said, I've gotten cheaper ones from other brands, like the brand 17, I think theirs was £2 and it works a lot better. Still dries out like most felt tip liners, but this one is the same as the e.l.f. one I used in my first e.l.f. video, so not that great. But let me try and replicate this on the other eye. So I'm not gonna lie, don't really like this. It's already, saw some blank spots. It's already dried up on me, so it worked fine on this eye, and then on this eye it just stopped working. So it was really, really difficult to work with. For mascara, I have this one from MUA. It is waterproof. I didn't see that, but it is the Eye Define Lengthening Mascara. Ooh, love the wand. That is definitely my type of mascara wand. So it's got plastic bristles or rubber bristles, which are my absolute favorites. So let's go in with this. So that's one coat, like I said, and it definitely is lengthening my lashes. It's even like poking on the top of my eye. So I'm gonna go in with the second coat. It's quite separating as well, which I really, really like. My eyes are watering because I think some glitter got into my eyes. But anyway, let's zoom you out and we'll get going on their complexion. Obviously, we've left the primer for some time now, so let's go ahead and use some foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation with hyaluronic acid, so it's supposed to be moisturizing. And I don't know if you can see, but it does look like it has some shimmers in it. So I'm not sure, but I've shaken it up, and you know the drill, one side sponge, one side brush. So let's go ahead with the sponge first today. I've heard only good things about this foundation. Oh, the shade I got it in is Golden Sun. Let's go ahead and, oh, it is quite runny. And I definitely took too much. I'm just going to dot it on this side. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend. Ooh. It feels really nice on the skin, really, really lightweight, like kind of like the Ordinary, that serum foundation that I got. Wow, it's really, really blendable. It does say super blendable though on the bottle, so I guess that's expected, but I didn't expect it to be this blendable. And it is really, really luminous. Wow, super impressed with that. Really nice. Then on the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and blend with the brush. And I'm just going to put another little bit, I have this Shein brush with a hole in it. I'm just going to put a little bit more in there just to cover the rest of the face. And then we'll go ahead and start blending this out. Ooh, I really do like the texture of this, and the shade match is great. Getting better at this. Okay, so that's the foundation all over the face. This is the side with the brush. And this is the side with the sponge. I think I prefer the side with the sponge. If you can see, it's slightly more luminous. So yeah, just gonna go over the side with the sponge just to like even it out. Before we go ahead and use the concealer, I like to do bronzer first. So this is the LA Girl Velvet Bronzer Contour Stick, and it looks like that. So let's go ahead and open this. So the shade I got is called Suede, and that's what it looks like. I think it might be slightly too light for me, to be honest. Just gonna grab my sponge and pick some up. It has like a pinky undertone. It looks more like a blush shade, to be honest. It actually looks better on camera than it looks in real life. I can barely see it. And I think it also is like quite luminous. I'm not sure if there's any glitter in it, but as you can see, it has a sheen to it. The shade isn't actually too bad. It actually looks like a little bit of a sunburn, so it has like a reddy pinky undertone, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Next, we're going to go ahead and use concealer. So this is the W7 Oh So Sensitive Hypoallergenic Concealer, and it's supposed to be anti-creasing, so that's what it looks like. I think I got a shade that's way too light for me, so I'm not going to use a lot. The shade I got is called Light Warm number 5. Don't know why I chose such a light color, but let's use it anyway. So I'm just going to put a little bit here. Oh, it's got a nice peachy undertone, and just some over here to clean this up. Okay, so it does say that it's a corrector as well. That's why it's got that orangey undertone. So let's go ahead and blend this out. I think I still put too much down, but we'll see what we can do. I am still going to powder everything down, so hopefully that levels everything out. Yeah, a little bit of this goes a long way, and it is quite full coverage. Yeah, it's very, very stark, as you can see. So made a huge mistake there with the shade. The coverage isn't that bad either. Like, even though it's so stark and white, like you can barely see my bags through that. It is creasing, obviously, because everything creases under my eyes, but it's not creasing as much as some of the other products do. It's also not that drying. Like, I can feel like it feels pretty moisturizing. Whew, This video is going to be quite long, so please just bear with me. Next we're going to go in with this one. I'm very excited for the HD powder, and it is in the shade Sheer Transparent. But I didn't want to get the Halo Glow because I have two very luminous powders and I barely use them, so I don't really have a translucent, like what do you call, matte powder. So I didn't show you, but that's what it looks like. And then it has one of these things where you can turn it to open it, which is great because I find them so messy. But the powder is very, very finely milled. Oh my goodness. So just picking some up on my brush, and then as usual dabbing it out of my hand, we're going to go ahead and set under the eye. And then just taking a fluffy powder brush, I'm going to dust it over the rest of the face. So in all honesty, the powder's okay, but just okay. Let me zoom you in. It's not very blurring, nor is it very smoothing, but it has set the makeup down. So it's done what it's supposed to do, but with no added bonus. Like, it's just done the bare minimum as a powder. So moving on to bronzer. This is absolutely huge. Look at the size of it. But this is the Soleil bronzer for face and body. I just love the packaging. I've never seen or heard of this brand before, so let me know if you have. It is a vegan brand, which is great. So I'm excited. I love the tone of that in the pan. Hopefully it translates nicely to the face. Large fluffy brush, and we'll give it a swirl. It does pick up quite a bit. I don't see any shimmers in it per se, so again, it has a very red undertone. It didn't look like it in the pan. I thought it would be slightly more cool toned, but it could just be my lighting. I'm not sure, but it does look really, really red. Okay, so I'm all bronzed up now. I wouldn't usually use a big fluffy brush, but the directions asked to, so it doesn't look too bad. I still have like a line of definition, which is good. It doesn't look too bad on the nose, but I find it quite red, but especially with like these cool tone blues on my eyes, I just feel like it's a bit red, and definitely my under eyes are way too stark. Anyway, moving on swiftly. I have, for highlight, I bought the Jumbo Stick by NYX. They didn't have the milk one that everybody's using, the white one, but this one is in the shade yogurt or yogurt, however you want to pronounce it. I say yogurt. So like I said, we have this jumbo pencil. I just opened it, and I'm just going to rub some on my nose. Everybody's been using it as a highlight. I think it's an eye pencil, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's an eye pencil, but everybody's been using it as highlight, so I wanted to try it for myself. Can we see that? Should put a little bit more and pat it out. Yeah, that's quite cute, I think. But what about, it doesn't even wind up. Like, that is all the product you get. I think that's a rip-off. I'm glad I didn't buy the milk one because it was more expensive. So I'm just going to draw it on my skin. I know I probably shouldn't have done this because I've already powdered on my face, but I'm just going to draw it on and then blend it out with my finger. Sorry, not zapping you, giving you the finger. That actually looks quite cute. I think it's slightly too dark for me though, but it would look really nice as an inner corner highlight as well. So next we are going to complete the eyes quickly. I don't think I want to do much actually. I was going to use brown, but I actually think we should go in with the blue. So I'm going to take that same small pencil and pencil brush, and I'm going to pick up some of that blue, and I'm just going to smudge it under the eyes. So for blush, I have this blush from the collection, and it is in the shade Too Bashful, and it seems to have quite a bit of a sheen to it. So I'm just grabbing a small fluffy brush and gonna go, ooh, that is pigmented. Oh, I really like that. I'm a blush girl, so I'm not offended by highly pigmented blushes at all. Oh, and it looks so nice underneath that highlight. I like most of the things we have today except for the eyebrow product and the eyeliner, but everything else is pretty good. Even that elf powder, like now that everything's blended on top of it, I don't think it looks terrible. I'm going to spritz my face with some setting spray, and I got the I Heart Revolution fixing spray, and it just says makeup fixing spray, and I got the purple one. So I've never tried a spray from them. I've tried the normal Revolution one, I don't like it, but let's go ahead and try this one. I should have done it before my mascara, I know, but I'm gonna do it now. Okay, it has a very generic smell. Okay, it does have alcohol in it, that's why it has that alcohol smell. It's not as bad as the usual Revolution one, but it's honestly, all of them smell the same, like the more affordable ones. I feel like everything smells the same. I really don't think the blush goes with the eyeshadow at all because it's more warm toned and then the eyes are more cool toned, so don't think that goes. And next, I don't think the lips are gonna go either. I don't know why I went for blue eyeshadow if I had all of these colors. I should have gone for something a little bit more bright. But anyway, I got two lip pencils from Wet n Wild. They were £1 each on Beauty Bay, and the one I got in chestnut, so this is the chestnut brown one, and then the other one I got in plumberry. So I'm going to use the plumberry. So I got this lip product from Revlon, and it is the Color Stay Satin Ink. So it is this weird color. What shade is it in? It's called Partner in Crime 007. So I got this one, so I think the plumberry will go best with that. So let's line the lip. Okay, first off the bat, it smells like paint for some reason, but the color is quite nice. It's like a purpley, well, there's plum. It's like a purpley mauve shade. And then the Revlon, let's go ahead and add that on top. Okay, this is a lot lighter than it looks inside the container. It looks more purpley there and it looks more brown here, but anyway, let's go ahead and apply this on top. Again, it's not bad because I like a darker lip liner. Anyway, and then I'm just going to pat that in with my fingers. That setting spray was really nice. I actually haven't gone over it with a sponge and I don't see any blotches. So really, really impressed with that. Oh, I love this lip color. It's gorgeous. Okay guys, so this is our finished look. I've just added some corner lashes just to accent the eye look because it is quite dramatic. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's rather long and most of you probably wouldn't have made it to the end over here, but please let me know what you think of the look, if you've tried any of these products, and if there's any other products you would like me to try. But other than that, that's it from me, guys. Hope you all have a great week. Bye.